My name's John Boller, and I own Gulf Shores Rentals. We manage Tropic Isle condominium, which has 40 units. It's one of the projects that c-sharpe has recently worked on, a complete renovation of the exterior.
My name is Al Mitchell, and I'm the operations manager at SeaChase. SeaChase has 3 towers, the east, west, and center, and we got a total of 187 units there. I would say we probably use them 3 or 4 jobs a year. We use c-sharpe. They just did a major waterproofing project on all 3 of our buildings. The reason we did it because we had a lot of leaks in the windows and things like that. You know, when we have just some wind-driven rain, the sun dries out the sealants, and that means water can get through it. So it was just time to get the sealants replaced around the windows and expansion joints and a new coat of paint.
Qualifying a scope of work is a challenge. c-sharpe does a great job a lot of times in explaining what all the work needs to be done, how it's going to be done, and they really help me out a lot in terms of making my job easier. They answer the questions, and I'm not the one that has to.
We'll go assist the board if they've got an owner's meeting. They need some assistance and help explaining what the real issues are. It's hard for somebody, if you've never done it, to go and explain it to somebody else. So a lot of times we'll come in alongside them and sit down with the owners, you know, in a meeting and explain to them what the work consists of and try to, you know, convince others that, listen, this work really does need to be done on a building, and here's why, and this is what it's going to look like.
So the scope in general for SeaChase was a full coating project. It was kind of like doing 3 projects in one. It's 3 pretty good sized towers. There was a little over 15 miles worth of sealant work in those buildings.
When they're rigging on top of a building, they have to make sure those counterweights up there the right way and tie it off the right way. So, you know, their safety guy will come out and check that before they put that in operation. Marking off the spots is very crucial when we're still open and they're trying to do the work, and c-sharpe does a great job setting up those perimeters like that. Yeah, they make my job real easy.
They're very concerned about safety. They've built a scaffolding tunnel both going into the buildings and out of the buildings going to the beach area. So the buildings could remain usable and the guests could get in and out of the buildings in a safe environment. c-sharpe's always been good to ease the pain of the folks that are there.
You know, we had points that it was raining a couple of days for about 2 weeks, and Willie set them back. And they worked Saturdays, you know, for 3 weeks, and he brought more people out that day on Saturdays, and they got back into their regular rotational schedule. They even built a plywood decking to cover the pool area to keep the paint and rust when they do the rod chairs from going off in the pool, you know, putting rust things on the floor. So, I mean, they go out of their way for those kind of things.
We know we may not be the lowest price bunch out there, but we do take pride in doing what is right to get a job done, top quality, and that we can stand behind our work.
There's a lot of different companies down here, like I say, that says they do waterproofing, but they don't do it like c-sharpe. They just don't. And they not paying me any money to say that. You know, I use c-sharpe until the day I retire from there, and that's just how it is. Yes.